Hey, what's up, everybody? Want to take a moment just to share a quick story about what makes me me, and maybe you all have these little stories that helps guide you to think about, okay, why am I who I am? I remember as a kid, I would be hanging out with my dad, and my dad was somebody who would talk to anybody, who would connect with anybody. We'd be at a gas station, and my dad would just start talking to the person in front of him or the person behind him. It was so annoying. Like, I just remember being a little kid and thinking to myself, man, Dad, would you just stop it? Until I started realizing that I had learned something from my dad because I am my dad in that way. Like, there are many situations and circumstances where I will just randomly just have a conversation with somebody. It drives my family nuts. And it is one of those things where I'm an extrovert in many ways because of my father. And maybe there are some things about your life where you can think of where you are unique because of the placement of who you are in your family. You know, maybe you're somebody who's more introverted or more extroverted. And you look at like, oh, I wonder why that is. And you think, well, maybe it has something to do with my parents. Maybe it has something to do with the systems that I've came up through and who I am just because of my surroundings. But God wants us to know that we are uniquely made too. Like, I am a lot like my dad, but I'm also just like me. And you are a lot like you. You're just who you are, and that's a beautiful thing. I want to read a passage to you tonight out of Psalms 139, and it says this. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day has passed. I want you to know something tonight, that you are loved by God and that God knows you. God knew me as a little kid, and He knew that I was going to follow this path that my dad had laid out as being somebody who was a connector, somebody who was open to conversation and knowing other people. He knows you tonight. So whatever you're going through, whatever struggles you got going on, whatever issues are happening, whatever personal stuff, whatever it is, God knows who you are. And I hope you find some hope in that tonight. I really do. And I hope that if you're watching with your small group or you're watching on demand at home, whatever it is, that you know tonight that you are loved by God. So have a great night, everybody.